All right.
So let's start by introducing yourselves.
I'm Kim.
And I'm JD.
And I'm just curious, when you joined the Fit Together program here, what were you looking to solve, or what results were you going after?
Well, for me, I was at the worst shape of my life. And so I know what I'm capable of, and I know where I was 10 years ago. And I'm older now, so I don't necessarily need to return to where I was 10 years ago. But whatever that looks like today, now that I'm 54, that's where I want to get, is I want to be fit. And doing that together with Kim, doing it with a partner, I think is the ideal goal, not just for myself, but for us as a couple.
Yeah, it makes such a huge difference having us both on the same page. And both of us are in our 50s now. And like he said, we were just not feeling our best selves. And we know we're capable of more, but we kind of had gotten into this rut. And so when you guys presented this to us, it was like a hell yes for both of us. And it's really been, I mean, I could go on and on, but for me, it was just trying to get myself back to health and feeling good again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so what is meaningful about getting back into shape or working together for you? Why is that important to you?
For me, when I feel healthy, when I feel fit, I'm happier about myself. And when I'm happier about myself, I can be a better partner. I can be a better friend. I'm just better for other people when I know that I'm happy with who I am. So getting fit, I know we're not supposed to identify with how we look and how our bodies are. In modern culture, we're told that, oh, we need to have positive self-images regarding our body, no matter what those bodies look like. But I have a lot of deeply ingrained emotions and feelings, so that when I am heavier, I'm not happy with what I look like and who I am. And that tends to then manifest, my unhappiness with myself manifests itself in everything that I do. And so,
yeah, I think it's important to recognize that connection that we have to our bodies is not just the way we think that other people are looking at us, but also just how you feel in your body and your capabilities of being able to move and do the things you want to do and have energy. And like all those things really play into our self-image, because we feel more capable when our bodies are more capable, right?
Capable and carefree.
Yeah.
You know, it's really nice to not have to be conscious of limitations or discomfort or whatever it is.
You just hit it on the head, actually, for me, Tali. I am so much more self-conscious of everything, the way I move, the way I look, the way I feel in my clothes, the way I present myself with confidence or lack thereof, that just being able to let all of that go, because when you feel good and you look good and your clothes fit and you're comfortable in your skin again, it comes out and manifests in so many other ways that you don't necessarily pay attention to until you're not in that state. And so getting back to that, it was really valuable for me.
Oh, good.
That's great. Can either of you or both of you name any specific takeaways that you've gotten from the Fit Together program so far?
I have lots. Do you want to go first?
no, go ahead.
The biggest one for me was just awareness, just an overall awareness, paying attention again to what I'm putting in my body, making healthier choices when we go out to eat. That's kind of how we reward ourselves every week as we go out to eat. And normally we'll have cocktails and eat whatever sounds good. And I just wasn't really paying attention. And there's still so many options that are better choices than the choices I was making before. I just wasn't paying attention anymore. And just kind of making small tweaks, which is what we've been doing, has been pretty easy. Like, I don't feel like it's been this overwhelming change everything in your life, you know? And so for me, just doing little things every day, which you guys have helped guide us through, has made it attainable. and it doesn't feel like it's work. I don't feel like it's unachievable. I feel like I'm making little small adjustments that are resulting in small results every week. I'm losing about 1 pound a week. But it keeps you going, and it also establishes new habits. So that has been seriously the biggest takeaway for me.
And for me, it's something similar. I know intellectually what I need to be doing. I've been reading about fitness and about nutrition all of my life, or at least all of my adult life. So I know what choices to make in order to be healthy, but I don't always make them. And so the value of doing the FitTogether program has been that I'm still making the choices, obviously, and I'm the one who has to put in the effort, but you help guide us. And for example, Cody tells me what workouts to be doing every day in order to achieve the results I want. Tali provides guidance on the nutrition so that we can target our macros. And to me, that's valuable, because even though I know intellectually what I ought to be doing, I haven't always been actually doing it. And sometimes I don't know where to start. And you guys have helped guide where to start and how to keep going.
And the thing I love from both of you, if you don't mind me just throwing this in there, I know you have questions too, but I mean, it's really valuable to have the one-on-one coaching feedback and the ability to make adjustments. You know, Cody, you've done it in the coaching and the workouts. You make things so that it fits whatever the week looks like. Sometimes it's easier to do stuff from home, can't make it to the gym, ice storm, shut down the gym, whatever life throws at you, right? You've been really adaptable for me. And so has Tali, you know, the macro adjustments to better fit my reality and what I actually enjoy and what works for me in my weekly preps. It makes a huge difference. It just makes it so much easier to get it done.
Yeah. I mean, we found value in that too, just working with our coaches. You know, we have fitness coaches, we've nutrition coaches, we have business coaches, and it's easy to have like a big picture of what we ought to be or what we ought to be doing. But it's nice to have the coach rein you in and be like, you know what, all you need is really this next step, instead of trying to like dive into the deep end every time. So yeah, those are good insights, guys. I'm curious if you guys could share any specific results that you've achieved so far, even though we've only been working together for a few weeks.
And today is actually, for me, the 1 month anniversary of tracking. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, so for me, in the first month of working with the FitTogether program, I've managed to lose 8 pounds. But the more important result, I think, is when I started this a month ago, I was really having issues with my blood pressure. My blood pressure was severely elevated. I've been working with doctors on that. And in the month that I've been doing this, the blood pressure has dropped. It's not quite normal, but it's just outside the normal range. So I've seen marked improvements in the blood pressure. And to me, that's the most important thing. I'm no longer panicking about like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
Yeah. And specific results for me are not necessarily about numbers. It has a lot more to do with how I feel. I've been losing, like I said already, about 1 pound a week. So I'm almost at the 5 pound mark, which I'm fine with. But more importantly, I feel better. I like feeling my muscles again. I like trusting my body and feeling strong. It's helped me sleep better, which has been phenomenal for me because that's a lifelong struggle.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Those kind of things are what's most important to me. And they're the things that I've noticed.
I'm feeling muscles again too, even though I know there's not a whole lot there right down the pec.
Those are wonderful. I love that there are different levels to success. And I know we've talked about that specifically, you know, in our newsletters, that there are lots of ways to track progress and all of them are valid. And we want to give attention to all of those arenas because we all have different values too. And we all have different objectives. And it's just nice to know that we are looking at the whole picture and hopefully addressing all of those things.
You guys, when we approached you with this idea, you hardly let us finish the sentence. You were both like, yeah, we're in, we're totally on. So this question may not totally apply to you guys, but if you could maybe talk to me about any resistance that you might have had going into this.
Oh, I know what mine is straight off the bat. Tracking. I hate tracking. And I told you guys that's from the beginning. I hate tracking. It's time consuming. It's cumbersome. And you gave me little tweaks to make it not so cumbersome and not so time consuming. And that has helped. I don't feel like there were any other resistance. I didn't feel any other resistance really other than to the tracking, but you guys have kind of helped me work through that as well.
Awesome.
No resistance from me.
All in. That's great.
I mean, I know that I push back occasionally on the nutrition stuff, and I will push back, but that's about it. So,
well, I think you guys' attitudes going into this is a huge reason for the results that you're getting.
Absolutely.
You know, it's been just wonderful to work with you guys, and can't wait for like the next chapter, the next month, the next weeks, etc.
I'm excited too.
And what would you say your favorite thing about FitTogether is?
See you guys every week. I do. I selfishly love being able to talk with you guys every week. And I know that's not something that's going to go into the testimonial, but
no, it absolutely. I mean, that's huge for us too. So we love connecting with you guys.
The one-on-one stuff is huge. It's huge. You don't usually get this kind of access to your coaches like on demand. I mean, you answer if we text, you answer if we put it in Train Heroic. Tali's awesome about getting back in the emails. Like having the access to the one-on-one feedback is invaluable to me, and it really helps keep you motivated. I also, which we haven't really talked about yet, love the couples. I don't want to call it coaching, but it kind of is coaching. You know, we've been together for 11 years. And so there are little patterns that you slide into without even recognizing it.
right.
And some you do recognize, but you don't know how to change. And so you guys have given us little exercises and little things to do in the newsletters that has been really valuable. I would say in some ways almost more valuable than some of the other things that we've been doing with the fitness. So that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. And for me, I think the biggest value of FitTogether is the customized approach, because everybody is different, right? And you can go and find online programs that are just kind of general, and that's great. Maybe some people can work with them, but for me, it's valuable to have a customized approach to who I am, what I enjoy doing, what I enjoy eating, and getting guidance based on my own specific personality that helps me achieve my goals. Instead of having something general, the specificity and the customization is really helpful for me.
Cool.
That's wonderful, you guys. Thank you so much. And who would you recommend to try FitTogether?
God, I mean, honestly, anybody who's in a position where they're wanting to make some changes. You know, I don't think there's a specific mold that this is made to fit. I feel like you guys are so adaptable to whatever couples need, that anybody that's looking to get healthier and make changes in their life could benefit from this. And as I've already said, you know, we're a little bit older. And so I feel like for us, it was just time to get into that next phase of our aging bodies and how to deal with the weight that comes with that, because it is different than when you're 20, you know? So I don't want to say cater to the old farts, but these old farts.
For me, I think FitTogether is great for people who are ready to seriously commit to their health and fitness and their relationships. If you're just casually like looking to like improve your health and fitness, well, there are other ways to do that.
Yeah.
FitTogether requires a commitment of time, energy, money. And if you're not willing to give those things, you're not going to get the results. But if you give those things, you will get the results, and it's worth what you're putting into it. Yeah.
Yeah, well said. Agreed.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Cody, JD and I've said this a million times. I've never worked with Tali as like a fitness coach before, like one-on-one stuff. You're great at what you do. You are so good. I'm so glad that you have gotten back into this, because I've had so many coaches over the years, and you really are the best that I've ever had in so many ways. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of going to gloat on you here for a moment, but you just really have a way of tuning into people and working with them and not making them feel bad about what stage they're at, doing whatever they need to do to adjust to their body type. You're encouraging, you're super quick at making adjustments to whatever ailments people have going on. And you're encouraging and positive, and you just know you have like a wealth of knowledge that really helps feed my motivation. And so I really appreciate you as a coach.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Ditto. I never feel judged when working with you, and that's important. Yesterday, when I was in the studio at the gym doing my last part of my workout, there was a personal trainer in there working with a client, and I could just tell from the personal trainer's demeanor that he was judging his client. And I was like, oh my gosh. So the trainer was a young kid, and the client was older than I am. So he's probably 60. And the client wasn't able to do some stuff, and he was doing some stuff wrong, and he wasn't really paying attention to the trainer. And I could just tell the trainer was frustrated. And if I can tell it, the client certainly can, because I'm not really paying attention. I'm focused on my workout. And I never feel that from you. You just, even when I'm doing minimal weights and showing bad progress and not getting to the gym, you're not judging me. You're just there being encouraging.
Encouraging. Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me too.
I forgot what the original question was.
The difference between remote versus in person.
Oh, right.
Or the difference between the FitTogether program itself and like the way that you've experienced coaching from me in the past.
So to me, there are pros and cons to both CrossFit and FitTogether. So CrossFit, doing the group thing can be an advantage, but also sometimes it can be a disadvantage. It's less customized. I mean, sure, you say, okay, scale it doing this when you're working with a class. But from my experience, for whatever reason, when I'm in the gym, Cody is usually available. And so we're like exchanging information in real time. And so it's like being coached. And I don't know, in CrossFit, you have to go at the class's pace. Whereas with the FitTogether, I'm going at my own pace, if that makes sense. And
and the ability to do it on your own time is huge for me. That is one of the reasons I gave up CrossFit. Cost was one, and trying to make it on class times, it just hardly ever worked for my schedule. And so being able to do your workout on your own time frame has been great.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm one last thing, Cody, for you. I always feel safe and encouraged when you're coaching us. I always have. I have felt safe. I trust you. And I always feel like you're encouraging us. I don't ever feel judged. I don't ever feel, you really just embody what it is to be a good coach to me.
Thanks.